So, hi again guys, this is another video by the Hobby Butterflies talking about another of our purchases from the Forgeworld Open Day. This is another one for me. I seem to have done a few more videos at this point. So, one model I'd seen and initially not wanted, but of course, butterfly that I am, decided I wanted to buy.
Sure.
Was the Ixion Hale character. So, no rules for this guy, which is interesting. But we can use him as one of the HQs from the Inferno list, from Talons of the Emperor list. It's quite a nice kit when you look at the photos, but let's have a look at the close camera, shall we?
Alright.
Let's look at the Horus Heresy Ixion Hale model. So this guy is in a couple of bits, but we have a little assortment of the parts here. So I suppose the first thing which we spotted on this was that the detail isn't actually as sharp as we might have anticipated.
Not great.
If we compare it to another one of the character series models, so one of the event only, or now store only, Cataphractii Librarian, you can see that they're slightly blunted details. I'll perhaps do a few still shots of these in comparison, but still a nice kit. You can still see all the details. There's nothing merged, there's no bubbles, and the folds on the cape are really beautiful.
So we're saying it is as intended. It's not a wonky one.
Yeah, I don't think this is wonky. I think this is either just the quality of the cast now or how it was sculpted. So that's interesting. Not what we anticipated.
That's a euphemism.
Well, yeah. Again, you can see on his halberd, I suppose, his bolter halberd, that again the detail is slightly softened. It might take a little bit of creative edge highlighting, but it's a beautiful weapon. Mm. It's a really unique weapon. This guy doesn't have any rules, but I'm sure I can make something suitably whack tacticky to make it stand out. Got some lovely pads here, guys. Some really nice detail on the pads. I don't know which way around they're meant to be, but we can certainly look at that. We've got a nice eagle and some other nice detailing. The base in two parts, the stairs and then the marble staircase with the uprights.
Now here's the thing. Most of the Forgeworld character series are fairly expensive because they have ginormous bases. This one, not so much.
It does not. There's no inset base, there's no extra detailing. The base doesn't come away, guys, so it's just a single piece. But I suppose I've got to learn to paint marble to really give this justice.
Get on it.
Easier for playing style, and actually Eidolon's base doesn't fit into the hub very well, so it might be a blessing in disguise. We've got the other detail sprue, so we can see we've got the head here with his little goatee. We've got the dagger, the ubiquitous dagger amongst the custodies. Every one of the custodian...
Misericord, is it?
Pass.
I think
Can't remember. I should probably read that book, I suppose, shouldn't I? And then a few other little details on there, guys. And then this at first really perplexed me. The arms obviously didn't, but this did. This is of course his helmet being held by his hand, which is quite nice. I've seen a good conversion of this using one of the plastic shields, which would be tempting. A lot of the HQs can take a shield, and that makes them particularly overpowered.
Overpowered is the word you're looking for.
But potentially that might be something which I'll look at, because, you know, that's how I game. But equally, I think having him stock and having him hold this helmet would be quite a nice feature. Again, I'll show you a few close-up pictures of that, guys. So overall, a nice kit, lovely pose, but perhaps a little bit of loss of detail, which we'll talk about in the post-amble, I suppose. So we'll see you back on the wide camera, guys. So guys, that was the close camera for Ixion Hale. Quite a nice kit, but a bit of loss of detail, it seems.
I was a bit disappointed, I have to say, for a kit, single model. That's the thing you're looking at, right? And the price that you pay as well. Exclusive model. A little disappointing. No,
£45 for one of the Forgeworld character sprues. I've had a Mortarion. We've got Eidolon. We've got the Cataphractii Librarian. And they all seem to be really sharp details. Now, whether this is they've pumped out loads of Ixion Hale, so the mould's getting a bit soft. Whether it's that it's CAD, it's difficult to say.
A lot of their models now are CAD, but I mean, like you said before, the Librarian, the Cataphractii Praetor.
Yeah.
Really, really nicely moulded, the one that we have. This, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if is it a one-off. Are they all like that?
Who knows? It's difficult to say without going back and opening another box. It's it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it paints. I think I have to go very thin on the paints.
There's going to have to be a lot of highlighting on that, I think.
As Duncan says, 2 thin coats, or 2.5 thin coats with Citadel water.
Take your time, point your brush.
Yeah, and I suppose we'll have to do a bit of edge highlighting to make it look a bit sharper. But hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Still looks like it's a nice pose. He's not sitting down.
It's a nice kit.
Yeah.
You know, it looks good. It looks good painted. Hopefully, I don't think there'll be a problem. It's just a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. So a nice kit, nice pose. A little bit of concern on the casting, but we'll see how that goes.
6 out of 10.
Yeah. So hopefully you like these videos, guys. We'll keep pumping them out if people keep watching them, and even if you're not watching them, we'll probably do it because we've not got anything better to do. So yeah, join us another time, guys, for another unboxing video. Thanks.